Remember the hype? Remember the promise? The sheer, unadulterated excitement when the Atlanta Falcons defied convention and drafted a generational tight end fourth overall? For years, we've watched Kyle Pitts, a player whose talent flashes like lightning, yet whose full potential has remained tantalizingly out of reach. After a roller coaster of trade rumors, a saga that kept fans on the edge of their seats, the whispers have finally subsided. But here's the burning question, the one that ignites a mix of anticipation and a touch of skepticism. Is this the year Kyle Pitts finally delivers on the Falcons' monumental investment, or will the unfinished symphony of his career continue to play a discordant note? For months, Kyle Pitts' name has been a recurring whisper in the NFL's bustling trade market. Like a prized asset on the trading block, every move, every rumor seemed to circle back to the possibility of him donning a new uniform. The speculation reached a fever pitch when the Miami Dolphins, fresh off trading Jonnu Smith, began their search for a dynamic tight end. All signs, it seemed, pointed to Pitts as the prime candidate, a perfect fit for their high-octane offense. Imagine the possibilities. Pitts, stretching defenses vertically, a nightmare matchup for any linebacker or safety. The narrative practically wrote itself. However, in a twist that surprised many, the Dolphins pivoted. Instead of pursuing the potentially blockbuster and undoubtedly expensive trade for Pitts, they opted for the recently unretired Darren Waller. This strategic move by Miami, likely driven by financial considerations and a desire for a more immediate, less costly acquisition, effectively pulled the rug out from under any immediate Pitts trade talks. For Atlanta, it meant their enigmatic star tight end would, for now, remain in the fold. This decision, while perhaps a relief for some Falcons faithful, also intensifies the spotlight on Pitts. The door to a new beginning elsewhere has seemingly closed, leaving him to face his destiny in the very place where expectations have always been sky-high. Entering his fifth season, the weight of those expectations has never been heavier. Drafted as the fourth overall pick, a rarity for tight end, Pitts arrived in Atlanta heralded as a game-changer, a player capable of redefining the position. His rookie season offered glimpses of that brilliance, a record-breaking campaign that fueled the belief he was on an unstoppable trajectory. Yet, since then, injuries and inconsistent quarterback play have conspired to temper that initial blaze. 10 career touchdowns in 4 seasons. Let that number sink in for a moment. For a player of Pitt's caliber, chosen so high, that tally feels strikingly low. It's a stark reminder that talent alone isn't enough. Production, consistency, and availability are the true measures of a top-tier NFL player. This upcoming season isn't just another year. It's a crucible, a defining moment where Pitts must prove he can consistently translate his immense physical gifts into game-changing plays. But amidst the pressure, there's a palpable sense of renewed hope, a fresh chapter waiting to be written. The most significant variable in Pitt's equation for 2025 is undoubtedly the arrival of Michael Penix Jr., the new quarterback, known for his strong arm and willingness to push the ball downfield, represents a potential paradigm shift for the Falcons' aerial attack. Penix Jr.'s aggressive passing style could unlock the vertical threat that Pitts was always meant to be. Imagine Penix Jr. unleashing deep passes, allowing Pitts to use his elite athleticism and catch radius to dominate defensive backs. This isn't just a new quarterback, it's a new philosophy, a new opportunity for Pitts to finally flourish in an offense designed to maximize his unique skill set. The chemistry between a quarterback and his primary targets is paramount, and Pitts will be spending countless hours forging that connection with Penix Jr. as training camp approaches. This isn't just about individual statistics, it's about building an unstoppable offensive machine. With Bijan Robinson poised to be a dominant force in the backfield and Drake London continuing to develop into a premier wide receiver, Pitt's role in stretching the field and creating mismatches becomes even more critical. He's the piece that can elevate this offense from good to truly elite, forcing defenses to pick their poison. If Penix Jr. and Pitts can develop a telepathic understanding, the Falcons' offense could become one of the most formidable units in the league, a nightmare for defensive coordinators across the NFL. As training camp looms, the likelihood of a trade involving Kyle Pitts appears to be diminishing rapidly. For now, it seems he's staying put, ready to embrace this pivotal season. The narrative has shifted from, will he be traded, to can he finally break out? He's still remarkably young, with years of high-level play ahead of him, and his potential remains sky-high. The 2025 season is still a long way off, and the Falcons, under their new regime, might still tinker with the roster. But for the immediate future, all eyes will be on Pitts, on his connection with Penix Jr., and on whether he can transform those tantalizing flashes into a consistent dominant performance. This is his moment, his chance to rewrite the narrative and cement his place as one of the league's elite tight ends. So, as the Falcons prepare for a new era, with a new quarterback and renewed hope, the spotlight shines brightest on Kyle Pitts. This isn't just about his career. It's about the Falcons' aspirations, about delivering on the promise of a top 5 pick. Will he seize this opportunity? Will he finally fulfill the prophecy of being a generational talent? The stage is set, the anticipation is building, and we the fans are ready to witness if the unfinished symphony of Kyle Pitts' career will finally reach its crescendo. What are your thoughts on Kyle Pitts' future with the Falcons? Do you believe he's poised for a breakout season with Michael Penix Jr? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this report insightful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive content. Your engagement fuels our passion for bringing you the deepest dives into the world of sports.